Brand new episode, brand new week.
Kenzie on the mic.
Oh, well, baby.
Flamingos podcast.
Podcast, man. That's a shit. Let's go.
You just tuned in to the Flamingos podcast again for today, and now we have a special guest that we had before in our show. Yet today we're streaming live in Galaxy Racer broadcast and Bred by High Beast and Bred, an event. We're here today in Galaxy Racer Pavilion, Zone, Gaming Area, Podcast, everything is over here. And we have here with us Elia.
Hello, Allah. Good to be back.
And I'm Yahad.
Back. Kenzie on the mic.
And Awab.
How you doing, Elia? Good?
I'm great.
How's
Man,
everything?
I'm always good when I meet you guys.
Yeah, Sarah.
We say a lot of things that people don't understand. So that's
I
the
mean,
perfect podcast.
then what's the point of recording if people are not going to understand? I need people to understand.
We talk under the table. That's the Arabic way.
I mean,
no. I mean, we put everything on the table.
exactly.
From under the table to
100%.
We reveal it.
Exactly. Elia, forget the last time we sat down together. Tell us about you. Who is Elia?
Damn.
Yeah.
This is how it's starting.
Yeah, it's
Damn.
all over again. We're broadcasting live now. We have a new audience.
You know, in a long story short, I always had an issue.
No, we have 30 minutes. Adi, long story.
Take your time.
In a short, long story, I've always had issues representing myself because I used to do a lot of shit at the same
Yes.
time. And then somebody told, I think it was my dad, he's like, what the fuck do you use? You know, what the heck do you do? And I started explaining and everything. And then from that point, I realized I like only few things from the things that I do.
Okay.
So I started narrowing down to events at the time. That was a few years ago. Artist manager and booking agent.
Yep.
And now I moved quickly in the last year and a half to strictly focusing on the only thing I hated of my life, but I love now so much, which is a label, record label.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
The rebel.
Yeah. That's
and I kind of canceled everything that I was working on, and I put my heart, my time,
Sold my soul.
experience, my soul, my spirit, my childhood
Everything.
into running GXR Records.
GXR
So now
Records.
I literally, say I am CEO of GXR Records, trying to make a move here and trying to change the game. Yeah, that's a quick one. On a personal level, I'm a heavy gamer
Okay.
Oh.
on
What
a
type-
daily
what type of games-
basis.
What type of games do you do?
So I'm a PC gamer. I hate consoles.
Okay.
I do not like PlayStation. I do not like Xbox. I'm a heavy PC gamer since I was 8 years old.
There were PCs when you were 8
all
years
the way
old?
till now, CSGO.
There
Wow,
was PCs
okay.
when you were 8 years old? How old are you?
We cannot.
No, we're not doing this.
But yeah. go on.
CSGO now, League of Legends, Call of Duty. These are the main ones now that I'm heavily involved in.
Kenzie?
So how did it all start? The transition between managing an artist and then managing a company, like, or a record label.
Yeah.
And also, did you manifest that? Did you, when you
No.
were young, you were like, I'm gonna be a CEO of a record label?
no,
Or
not
it
at all.
happened like,
What happened is basically I was working with Expo 2020 and we were building something great there.
all right.
And I had my own company as well. So I had the for 4 years where I built my experience towards business development, running a company, the its and bits. I learned the hard way basically through that company. And one day I was a close friend of mine. He's like, he works at Galaxy Racer. Shout out Walid, and he was like, "You wanna come and just, give us some consultation on few releases here and there?" Like, yeah, cool. Previous to that, they worked with other people that they just it didn't work. It just chemistry was not there. People were in it just to you know, whether they just want to make money or
Yeah.
they want to just create a name for themselves and that's it. So I literally came in as a consultant. I take a release, drop it. I don't do anything else. I didn't even want anybody to know what I'm doing.
I think I accompanied you through the story
Yeah.
because you used to always post stories
Yeah.
every day. How excited that work over there was for you.
100%. And I couldn't I couldn't publish it because it wasn't the thing I was hoping that tomorrow that's what I'm going to be building. And then the CEO of Galaxy Racer, Paul Roy, he called me and we jumped on a literally only 10 minutes talk. That was the only conversation that we had. And
But
he
he've
was-
seen your work.
Yeah, of course, because I
course,
was
yeah,
already
yeah.
working with them on the releases.
No, we're not
Yeah,
gonna
on a-
set
on a
out,
concept,
you
yeah.
know, a false for people to think, in 10 minutes I can grab it.
No,
Good
no, no.
job. As easy as
I
that.
can get it in
But
10
all
minutes.
people know who Elia
Yes.
is.
Look, people can hire you for what you did before, right?
100%.
But the fact that I worked with them for 2 months and I kind of bypassed the goals that they put.
The trust, you earned everything
100%.
that, yeah.
And it was just, this is how it came very natural. Like, this is the guy that we want to work with. This is in 2 months without enough. GXR wasn't GXR, it was Galaxy Racer.
Yeah.
We were like releasing through that name. And then he told me, listen, like, I think it's time to create a whole company, a whole platform.
A record label, basically. Yeah.
At first, he didn't say record label because he knew the story of me hating
Ah.
record
Yeah.
labels.
Okay.
He wanted to market it for you.
So he was like, yeah, we do events, we do a couple of releases here.
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, cool, you know, but no, I really don't want to do this. It's going towards the record label. I do not like record labels. If I'm gonna like start doing something in record label, some people in the industry are gonna hate me
Because this is what you stood against
Yeah.
in the beginning, and now you're in it.
So he's like, do it your way. I'm like, you don't want that. Literally, like the first day I'm gonna be there, I'm gonna change agreements, I'm gonna change contracts. The 75 pages of contracts for art is gonna be dropped to 3-4 recordings are gonna be like 15 pages. It's extremely easy. You don't even need.
It's gonna
a lawyer.
lean more into an artist side.
Yeah.
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 So I told him, but this model would only work with an investment, like if
And I
if
believe.
yeah, of course. So it's like your way. I told him I have a couple of people I want to hire at first. I have in mind. Alex and Shireen joined me.
Where's Alex? I saw his panel today.
Few weeks after.
Can I laugh at it? Anyway.
Yeah. And then this is how we started GXR. Like in 1 week, I left Expo 2020. Why I know these dates? Because Expo 2020 finished 31st of March 2022.
Yeah.
April 1st, I was at the Galaxy office.
And the vision from the beginning, or the intention, the focus of the company was only music in the beginning, or or the event planning and the whole package.
When people say record labels, they never put them together with an event, with the events category, because record label have a certain thing. They don't put record labels with artist management, for example. Record labels are a production company that does releases, marketing.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to do that. I wanted to do, I don't like the term 360, but I wanted to do everything in a house.
Everything.
And
Okay.
I wanted to give artist managers, but not in terms of sign on this contract to your manager. In fact, no. Our managers have nothing to do with our artists on legal terms, but they're there for them. They go to their shows, they do their technical riders, their catering riders, they do their technicality, everything from A to Z. So this was a big gap in the industry here. You see a lot of artist managers that the best ones, they just do negotiations on contracts, which is like you can hire a financial advisor for this.
And as GXR Inta, you mentioned that before you got on board that you have the certain chip about record labels.
Yeah.
So what does GXR have that's unique from
Yeah.
that format or that template?
There's a lot of differences, but I'll tell you a few things. Agreements became extremely easy. So instead of you taking this like 75 pages of agreement and giving it to a lawyer that will take a week to 10 days to look into it, and you're paying by the hour.
By the hour,
You
yeah.
literally, if you're a bit have a small, like a tiny experience, you don't need a lawyer. But
Okay.
obviously, I push every artist to go have a lawyer.
get a lawyer, yeah.
But your 10 days will become literally 24 hours.
And you're saving lawyer money by that. Yeah, there's a lot of savings that are happening during
and
that.
it's empowering the clients or the artists.
And I sometimes like to put the artist lawyers with our lawyers to discuss what's if there's an issue. So far we haven't had this. Like nobody's questioning us or there's a clause that it's very shady or whatever. So that's the door to a record label.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. Second thing is most record labels are known that if I invest in you, I become your bank. You have to pay it back. You have to pay every dime, every cent, everything. As much as you think that there's no interest into it, there's a lot of loopholes to create interest.
Yeah.
So the advance money, if you come and people give you advance money, this is where you're just shooting yourself in the leg. We do it differently. If you leave my company or my agreement, you don't owe me a dime. That's the risk I'm taking. So that's why I cannot sign anybody like randomly. We study so hard every artist that we sign. We have a Friday ritual, me and the team, that we grill every artist, whether we know them, we don't know them. We come down to how much they even in their streams, how much they made money. It's how much we crunch it.
So you do a full analysis of that artist, right?
It's insane how much we go deep into the artist.
Okay.
Some labels, they just listen to the music and be like, oh, now I'm gonna start on this artist from scratch.
You stalk.
I stalk. Now I don't have time. I have my team.
Yeah,
literally how we do it, just so people know. And then now we're starting to. I want to start publicly showing to people how we do.
Open.
Yeah,
about it.
My team does everything. Like Alex comes with the marketing on how the artists used to market themselves. My operations team comes with the numbers, my business development, etc., etc. They all come with numbers, and we sit on Friday. And sometimes they don't drop on my table some of the names because they think like they don't meet the criteria, but we still put them in that presentation.
Yeah.
So and we start looking into it deeply, and I start listening to music and start seeing numbers and everything, and then we do a lot of meetings with the artists. Our meetings, I do not sign an artist before having at least 3-4 meetings.
Okay.
To get to know him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Even if you're the greatest artist with the biggest numbers,
yeah.
it's not something that I'm looking for. I need personality, I need character.
True.
And that's sometimes we fly people in.
Okay.
We put artists on a stage that they're not signed to us, just to see how they do live, how they talk with their fans, with their followers, and based on that we start ticking boxes and everything. If you come as an artist that from the door you're not consistent in releases prior to us, I'm never gonna sit down with you. Not being cocky, but that's the reality of it. The second thing is, I now we're capable as a label, because this is what we do on daily thing. We know exactly if I put an investment in this artist, if this artist is gonna sit down and do nothing, or they actually gonna.
Okay. Because you've stalked the guy before,
Yeah.
so you know
I have
the natural behavior of that person.
Yeah.
I swear, like by now, 100% from first conversation, I know this artist if they're gonna be consistent, or literally they're gonna just take the money and wait for us to do the work.
Everything else.
I would never do that.
Okay.
We only do 50% of the work, so everybody can know where we don't work under the artist. With.
Yeah.
You give me 50%, I give you 50%.
Okay.
Not 51,
Yeah.
not 49. And we've actually, the last time we sat together,
Yeah.
we had, I think, how many artists? We were talking about like 12 artists, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that.
like
You,
that.
and you told us you're going to sign more. You have more
We jumped
ahead.
to 17.
Yeah.
We dropped 3 last week.
Okay.
Oh.
We dropped for many.
Recession?
The consistency
So you drop.
Consistency.
Okay.
was a key. Do you remember we were talking about the distribution agreements,
Yes.
right? They come as monitoring agreements. When you sign with me, I give you what I can under this agreement and plus. When I see you not releasing things, or for example,
Not putting the
receiving
effort.
messages,
Yeah.
what you guys doing for me? This is where I start drawing the lines of things.
Flags.
I'm like,
Flags.
on my contract, I just take your music, put it on Spotify, Apple. This is my job, but I am actually in contact with you every week. I'm doing your technical stuff. I'm doing your APK. That's not my job. I don't get paid for that. And then when the artist comes after like 3 months, when we start seeing the numbers, they're making like $100 or $150, and he comes tell me, and what, like, I don't feel that my 20% is like, I
Enough.
want to give it. You know,
But yo, you just started. What are you also talking
you
about?
know, so there's no hard feelings. I always take the blame for these things because we misjudge, let's say.
True.
So I never put the artist, oh, you're not doing this. I never have a conversation like, we're dropping you because you're not working, you're not consistent. No, it's my fault. Sorry, maybe you misunderstood the agreement.
I'm out.
Good luck to you, and we'll see. And you know what? We'll talk about this in a bit.
Stories that of successful artists, local artists. We can name one. Freak is a person that you've known, right? And now he is also signed with you in GXR Records. Like, how do you see, or what do you think can help or make, you know, such stories like Freak as well in the country? Leave the, you know, the region. We're talking about in UAE right now. What do you think?
Away from Freak, right?
Yeah, but you know, to have stuff more, stories more that are similar to
I'll
Freak.
tell you something. Our biggest issues that we noticed before we launched, like while we were launching GXR, is the community building in UAE. And artists come and go,
Yeah.
right? They every now and then somebody pops up.
Yeah.
I'm doing this.
Disappears.
Artist goes to that,
Yeah.
you know, phase, and that person disappears.
Yeah.
That thing is
Dies
off.
out. Too.
People and artists get, you know, zero productivity, back to sitting in the bedroom, oh, I'm making music, but I'm not
Demotivated.
releasing,
Yeah.
etc., etc. For me now, at least the artists that I signed in UAE, mashallah, that they're working tirelessly on things that people are not expecting, like video clips on a way higher quality.
Yeah.
And I'm being very honest here that
I've seen Magnum's videos
Yeah.
and
you guys,
nice
like,
videos.
his next video on Friday, that's CGI in it, that's some weird shit in
Okay.
it. It's weird.
Yeah.
And this is what motivates me to work for them. This is
Okay.
it motivates them to work with me. So now I go around, right? Let's say your podcast, let's say online and everything. It's no longer, it used to be Freak UAE artists, Freak UAE artists. It's still, but now when we talk about GXR, we have Freak in places, Magnum, Ugly Moss, etc., in places, Hadi. We're talking UAE based artists, obviously. We have regional artists, but this is now, we're kind of moving that idea of there's one or two artists in the country that can rap, can do hip hop, can have amazing visuals, etc., etc. So, like you see here in Bred,
Yeah.
like we booked the other artists before we started doing this. They approached us, like Bred approached us. They said we want Ugly Moss, we want Casa Vince, we want.
Okay.
So these are the names that are being dropped on every person's, you know, calendars nowadays.
Yeah.
So I think from this I don't see a downfall, to be honest. What I want to see is more people like the artists that we have now.
Hungry artists.
Huh?
Hungry artists, yeah.
But I don't want people to mistake something that, oh, these people are making noise and playing the stage because of GXR. No. I want people to understand that these artists are actually doing it on themselves alone. And
It's
we're
a 50-50
coming-
at the end of the day.
Yeah,
They're working hard, that's what they're getting, and you're also providing them
exactly.
the thing for
100%.
them, because they are, at the end of the day, they're going to attract. There's as much that you can do as a label, but you're not gonna get the people who are going to attend that, you know,
100%.
concert or whatever that they're going to perform at. But yeah, it
Also,
makes
you
sense.
I believe in creating genres, right?
Okay.
You would be doing a normal, you know, hip hop track,
Yeah.
but you can create a genre from the culture that you come from.
Yes.
You can create so many things that people they don't know yet that they like, but they will start listening to it.
True.
Magnum, for example, some people questioned me when he started dropping tracks. Oh, he's using like the Levant accent in his music. How bad it's gonna be on his following, playing in GCC, etc., etc. And now look, like he has followers from UAE more than the Levant area.
Yeah.
Not because he's in UAE, but he has Saudi, he has Egyptian following, etc., etc. So it's no longer a boundary, and creating that genre is very easy. It comes down to being authentic and yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about Bred,
Yes.
the event. First time in Abu Dhabi. Thoughts? How do you see this coming to life finally, and how do you see its effect on the culture itself?
I'll tell you something, just quickly. I don't believe in exclusivity. Let's
Yeah.
put it this way. If there's an event, a platform, whatever, trying to to be the number one, the first, I do not support that.
Yeah.
We've always when I moved to UAE, I moved to Abu Dhabi, and we were starting doing events with Abu Dhabi culture and everything. And this has been represented a couple of times, and I've been eager to see the day this comes to life. This country, people say, "Oh, we're not ready for it. We're not ready for different events or same." We're more than ready, I think. Abu Dhabi is all about culture, arts, music. I learned about this country from this city before any other cities, and I think it's a great move. First year, I'm amazed by the
First day, especially yesterday.
Yeah.
I was walking around. I was like, whoa.
It's a lot of people.
I didn't.
A lot of people.
I honestly didn't expect that
Me
on a
neither.
weekday.
I'm involved in this like 2 months, 3 months before, and I wasn't expecting this.
Yeah.
So I think we're in a very healthy environment now that
is.
we can actually drop events, sneakers event, music, art, and
Take risks.
yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
It's something that is pushing the culture eventually.
100%. Who are we to say, oh, you cannot do it?
Exactly.
Who are we to say it's not gonna work? Who are we? Man, ride the wave.
And what's down the line for either it's for Galaxy Racer or GXR Records? What do you see down the line happening?
Recently, we got involved as GXR Records. We got involved with I cannot say the name, but a big Japanese company
Okay.
to produce.
Elia, always I can't say their name.
Yeah,
But okay, go ahead.
and more information.
Every time I talk to them, I can't say their name.
And it's
What are we
always-
gonna talk about? What are you gonna have for lunch? I can't say their name.
It is always the spiciest piece of news.
Saying the names.
Because it's on.
No, I understand. I understand.
you know,
I'm saying.
NDAs and legal
yeah.
papers.
Bro, I sign NDAs more than I look at.
No,
my
I
own
understand.
stuff,
I'm playing.
man. But no, it's a great thing for the country more than me.
course, yeah.
For example, we signed
A
signed
Japanese.
a Japanese company that we're gonna start producing some amazing Arabic content
Okay.
Okay.
for Japanese anime,
Okay. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Japanese art,
Okay.
etc., etc. TV series as well.
That is actually amazing, by the
Yeah.
way. Yeah.
The thing is, they've been trying to do this for a while, but it's and knowing that UAE has grown on two things, anime and sneakers.
Exactly.
Culture.
Yeah. True.
So yeah, now that's one move, and I think that's how we're heading towards the future.
Okay, that's interesting.
Well, Elia, there's so much that we always, when we sit down, we talk about.
Yeah.
But time, it's a half an hour, and you know that. It's a pleasure, always.
Thank you guys
to
for
have
having
you,
me.
and we're gonna have more and more in the future. I'm
I
very
just want
sure
to
of
say a
that.
quick thing. You guys have been the most consistent podcast I've ever seen in my life. I swear, like, hats off.
You've seen nothing yet.
We just started. Wallahi, shout out to you guys.
Thank you.
Some people don't know you as like the Flamingo,
Yeah.
but you've been bread makers in so many
Thank you very
ways.
much. Thank you very
And
much.
I consider you part
It's a
of
pleasure.
of
Thank
the
you very
family,
much.
Amazing. We
Thank you
appreciate
very
that.
Thank you for having me.
Elia, thank you for coming. Thank you for taking this with us. And this is everything for today. Catch us tomorrow. We're going to have more interviews as well.
Definitely.
On the 2 sessions. Same timing as today. This is the Flamingos podcast. And this is Elia here today with us. This is Yab
Kenzie on the mic.
And a whoop.
and Prince.
We out.